Oh, hey, I'm Ginger, and I wanted to let you in on a little discovery I just recently made. But first, let me tell you a little about myself. I'm 37, and I'm a total career woman. I love traveling, and I've recently made a commitment to be a little bit better about my self-care. Also, because I'm nearing 40, I'm at that age where I'm kind of facing the music. I'm realizing that I don't really have the same skin type anymore. Before, when I was talking to people about my skincare, probably about 5 or 10 years ago, I would have told you that my main two concerns are acne and fighting oil. But that's not the case anymore. In fact, I'm pretty much seeking out any form of oil to put on my face, and hydration and protection from all of the elements of the day and just free radicals, and undoing some of that damage is pretty much what I'm aiming for right about now. So without further ado, I'd love to share with you some of the cool things that I've discovered with CIREM skincare. This line was actually introduced to me by a friend who I met when I was at the Blush Tone convention. I was there with a couple of my girlfriends, and we were exploring oodles and oodles of brands. One thing that stood out about CIREM skincare was the quality of their products, and the minute I put their products even just on the top of my hand, I felt a difference within seconds. Being from the modeling background and having the luxury of having a lot of access to top estheticians and amazing spas and every product known to mankind, I'm one of those people where, and I'm a product queen, I don't know if you are, but I definitely am. And one thing I did notice about this product and several others is just the potency of it and just the literal feeling of it the minute it hits your skin. This is one of the first products that I discovered with CIREM skincare, and it still is by far one of my favorite. One of the reasons why I love it so much is because it really cut down my nighttime routine and amped up my self-care for myself at the same time. I don't know how that was possible, but it is. So this is called the Mending Moon. It's the Moon Glow facial oil that they came out with, and it has what CIREM calls their Lunar Regenerative Ultra Complex. And that complex not only has a bunch of different oils and anything that fights free radicals, it's pretty much in this lovely bottle, but it also has 20% vitamin C. And if you've noticed, I really value the evenness of my skin tone. I've got pale skin. I'm a prime target for getting age spots and hyperpigmentation. So usually when I'm going to bed, the thing that's going on in my mind is, how do I undo all of the crazy stuff that's been happening to my skin all day long? And how do I wake up tomorrow looking completely renewed? So when I started using this, I was a little surprised because it was thinner than what I'm used to. Usually when I use facial oils, it's a little bit thicker, and when you put it all over your face, you practically look like a mirror, and people can almost see the reflection off of your face because you've just got such a thick barrier of stuff kind of protecting it. And up until now, I kind of thought that was the lay of the land. I thought that that kind of came with the territory with getting older, and I'm sure maybe when you're out at a grocery store every once in a while, you'll see a woman with that nice glow, but it's not necessarily a glow, it's more of a shine, like there's just a bunch of products on their face. And I've totally been a culprit of doing that to myself as well. I figured, I mean, it's better than walking around looking like a lizard, right? So one of the great things that I loved about this facial oil is that it's quickly absorbing. And even though it goes in really fast and it doesn't leave you looking super shiny, it does the work that it says it does. And the proof is in the pudding. I dare you to just put 2 or 3 drops of this on your face before you go to bed. Get a good night's rest, or maybe not even a good night's rest. Wake up the next morning, look in the mirror, and prepare to be amazed. Because of the craftsmanship surrounding what went into the lab work and all of the testing that CIREM has done, and that's the other thing that I love about this company is if you research them and look into them, they're very transparent about their testing, and they're very happy to share with you the results that they're experiencing when they're doing these tests on their products. And by the way, those tests don't happen on animals, they happen on us humans. And I'm happy to be their test subject, as you can see. So anyway, this is one of my favorite ones. This is the Mending Moon Moon Glow Facial Oil. And And like I said, it's so potent that all you need to do is use about 2 to 3 drops. It comes in this nice little dropper here. And you'll also notice too, I'm a little clumsy, and it's so nice because there's actually kind of like some resistance when you pull this out because it's got a nice tight seal. It has an additional kind of like a plastic gasket inside of the bottle that really holds in all of this so that if you have a little mishap or whatever, it's not just spilling out all over your counter. But let's get back to what it does to your face, right? So just 2 or 3 drops literally is all it takes. And 1, 2, 3. That's pretty much all that you'll need to use, which means this bottle also lasts you quite a while. I'm actually fresh, and believe it or not, I don't even have any makeup on my face, and I know that it's probably hard to believe. So just to kind of drive it home, I'm going to be using one of these just run-of-the-mill facial towelettes. It's just made to take off makeup. There it is, nice and white. I'm basically wiping in all the areas where I would normally have foundation. There it is. I have to say this has made such a difference in my routine. Waking up in the morning and walking into my bathroom and looking in the mirror and not really having to do much before I run out the door except for just my standard self-care and grooming has just been a game changer for me. I feel like as a busy woman, as somebody that's always on the go, somebody that's jumping in and out of airplanes in different cities, dealing with all sorts of free radicals flying all over the place, this is a lifesaver for me. And I mean, why not share it with everyone else, right? So I dare you, take the challenge, put a couple of drops on your face. It's actually, the application is quite easy. All you would need to do is essentially just kind of drop, drop, drop. Okay? And then you just rub. Just massage it in. No shine, just a nice glow. I'm obviously doing this in the daytime, but this is normally something that you would do right before you go to bed so that you can just let it work while you sleep. So, and this is actually one of the cool things about this is also a 1 fluid ounce bottle, and that leads me to the next product that I'm really excited about that they make too. This is actually their Youth Boost Diamond Moisturizing Cream. And one of the biggest things that I really appreciate about this cream is that it has hyaluronic acid in it. As I mentioned before, I'm a skincare junkie, and I've gone to a lot of facials in my time at some of the top spas. And one of the biggest pieces of advice that I'll never forget, as I was kind of getting to the end of my 20s and hitting my 30s, I was told, don't forget about your neck and use hyaluronic acid with any of your moisturizers because it creates such a great barrier in protecting your skin. So that was one thing that I was really excited about because my neck not only breaks out anytime I put any sort of lotion on it. I've tried this on my chest area as well as with the Mending Moon, the Moon Glow facial oil that they make, and I've had no breakout issues so far, and I have super sensitive skin and it will get clogged if you just look at it weird. And one of the great things about the hyaluronic acid is that it has the effect of creating a nice barrier and sealing everything in without doing the crappy stuff that dimethicone does and some of those other weird fillers that a lot of these brands would normally use. And that's the other great thing too about these guys is that they're paraben free. I don't know if any of you ladies are using any eyelash extensions, but that's definitely something that I get into every once in a while, especially if I'm going on vacation and I just want to roll out of bed and look awesome. And that's one of the great things about their eye cream as well, is that their eye cream is also paraben free. And I've used it for several days now, and I'm not getting that goopy eye situation. Obviously, when you are putting it on, you need to make sure that you're applying it to your occipital bone and not going up too high towards your actual eye. That was one of the mistakes that I was making when I was younger, was just kind of slathering on this eye cream like all the way up practically to my eyeball, and then wondering why my eyes were so goopy and my eyelash extensions were falling off. So just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. Everything that CIREM makes is high quality and very good potency. So with this, I would just start out here in the side area here, where the crow's feet would normally start to begin. I definitely still have a little bit starting there, so I'm definitely wanting to get in early. And then you just kind of move everything around, following just the outer area of your occipital bone. You don't even really need to get in close to your eye, because all of this goodness will naturally just kind of soak up into all the spots that it needs to be. And then for the other eye, there we go, just a little bit. Starting on the outside, moving up, going around the occipital bone. No shine. I don't look like I just smeared a bunch of stuff all over my face. And I have to say that the next day that I woke up after putting this all on and just letting it do its magic overnight, I could still feel kind of that barrier created, and everything was very smooth and soft. One of the great things about the Mending Moon is that it works while you sleep, and when you're waking up after a long night of maybe working and then putting that on your face and getting a little bit of rest, this is just a revolutionary product for me, and I think it will really make a difference for just about any person out there that's looking to bump up their self-care and cut down on their time in the bathroom. I'm currently in Oregon visiting my family, and my sister's about ready to have a baby, so the house is brimming full of people and I'm having to find all kinds of creative ways on taking care of myself right now. So I thank you, CIREM Skincare. This has definitely made a difference in my daily and nightly routine. Doing this Moon Glow Oil at the nighttime and waking up feeling refreshed, and being able to either put all of this underneath my makeup or just not even feeling like I need makeup at all has been such a difference and such a game changer for me. And I dare you to take the same challenge.